When the presidency says that all of these distractions are coming from the north and you're basically trying to give a dog a bad name, talk to me about some of the narratives that we've heard recently around the marginalization of the north. What are your 2 cents about it? Do you think this administration has done anything that suggests that the north is being sidelined in the grand scheme of things?
I think this government is grateful, and it appears to be overwhelmed and confused, because I thought they would remember that nearly 60% plus of their votes came from the north. Well, at least that's what INEC claims, and the courts upheld. So we work with what what the courts say, and we know very well that the president did not win his elections, right? And so how can you ever think of blaming the north that gave you the votes to be there? I mean, it's
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, we are diving into one of the hottest and most controversial political topics right now. Northern politicians are accusing President Tinubu of gross neglect. They say the North has been cheated in appointments, in federal projects, and even in the way government policy are being made. Now, this video is not just about complaints, it is about facts, real hard facts, and the truth may shock you. Let's break it down. Just recently, Senator Ali Ndume, a top voice from Borno South, came out strong. He didn't just talk, he came with numbers and documents. He claims President Tinubu's administration is focusing too much on the Southwest, his home region, and ignoring the North when it comes to federal appointment and key projects. And he is not alone. A group of lawmakers from the Northeast also spoke out. They said agricultural projects which should benefit their region were shared to every other region except the Northeast. Now imagine that, a region known for farming, livestock and large land being completely left out. How? They believe it is no mistake. To them, this is a clear sign that the Tinubu government is sidelining the entire North. But that's not even the full gist. There is growing feelings in the North that after giving Tinubu nearly 60% of his election votes, they are being abandoned in the street, in elite circles, and even at political events. Northerners are talking. Many say Tinubu's presidency is slowly turning into a betrayal of the North's trust. But here is a twist, and it is deep. Some people are asking, is it really all Tinubu's fault? Let's be honest, guys. Northerners have ruled Nigeria for over 40 of its 65 years. So, if the North is still struggling with poverty, insecurity, and lack of development, who is really to blame? A cartoon by a political artist recently showed Northern leaders ignoring serious problems like education, poverty, and insecurity, and instead rushing to grab power again. That image says a lot. The truth is, many believe the Northern elites, even when they were in power, did very little to develop the region. Funds came in trillions of naira, but the lives of ordinary Northerners didn't change. Instead of building schools, hospitals, and industries, the rich got richer while the poor stayed poor. Now the Southwest has taken the center stage. Through President Tinubu, they are doing what others did before, using political power to help their people, and it looks like they are doing it faster and more boldly. So here is a big question. Is Tinubu to blame for pushing his region forward, or should they not finally start fixing its own house? This video you are about to watch will show you the full details, who said what, the hard evidence behind the accusation, and the reaction from all sides. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Doctor, how do you respond to the comments coming from different parts of the country alluding to how northern elites like you, for instance, have already delivered a premature verdict about the performance of an administration that is not even 2 years old in terms of running the affairs of this country? I mean, in 28 days, the administration would have reached the halfway mark. Do you think this verdict of yours about the Tinubu administration's performance is premature, given the scale of the problem they inherited and how much more he still has left to go?
You see, those who claim that this is premature, I think are ignorant of modern governance. In modern governance, you can evaluate a government in the first 100 days. You can see the government from the appointments it makes. You can see the government from the policies it announces. You can see the government from the budget that it does. And in all these evaluations, you don't have to wait for 2 years. You don't have to wait for even 1 full year to be able to evaluate a government. And these projections are done scientifically. It's not just based on whims or caprices or just sheer political opinions. No. So this government has shown right from the start that they have no ability to solve the problems of this country. And this 2 years, right, for goodness sake, even in the political by the time you should to show really you can or you cannot.
And when the presidency says that all of these distractions are coming from the north and you're basically trying to give a dog a bad name, talk to me about some of the narratives that we've heard recently around the marginalization of the north. What are your 2 cents about it? Do you think this administration has done anything that suggests that the north is being sidelined in the grand scheme of things?
I think this government is grateful, and it appears to be overwhelmed and confused, because I thought they would remember that nearly 60% plus of their votes came from the north. Well, at least that's what INEC claims, and the courts upheld. So we work with what what the courts say, and we know very well that the president did not win his lawmakers, right? And so how can you ever think of blaming the north that gave you the votes to be there? I mean, it's the height of ingratitude, and I think the north has every reason to be angry. Now, there are people who talk about the north being poor and therefore they can always use money to buy off votes. There are people who are saying all manners of things. That's okay. Let them say what they want to say, and let us wait for 2027 and let us see. Here, I'm not saying the north is going to do one thing or the other, but like I started saying, the test of the pudding is in the eating. Let us see how things will go.
Abuses in Dume, is it a new thing? But the truth here is that your criticism about Bola Tinubu's appointment, they have said it's not true. And they have said also that your kinsmen, 2 of them, got appointments in the latest NNPC appointment.
No, let me tell you, my 2 people, this one is, what is his name? Kida is close to me. He is an expert in the oil sector, and the president wants somebody for that, and he pits that. That is not the
could have been anybody from any part of the country.
Wait now, that is not the type of appointment I'm criticizing. If you are talking about merit, as Bayo is trying to talk about, why don't they conduct exams or interview? Advertise for the job. I'm not talking about employment. I'm talking about political appointments, which the Constitution defines how it should be done.
If you are accusing the president of nepotism,
no, I'm not using that word. I don't like that word.
That is the interpretation of what you
That is your interpretation. That is your interpretation.
You said they are lopsided.
Yes. In fact, wait now. I'm doing this to call the attention of Mr. President, and I'm happy. The only person that responded appropriately is Sunday Dare. And you know what? He is the one that knows, I know, that is closer to Tinubu. He was his press man, he was his chief of staff, and you could see his response. He tried to not insult me now, but come up with figures. He came out with figures. Unfortunately, it was not comprehensive enough, and he withdrew that too. But I have my own here.
What are your own saying?
I have my own 72 so far, as I said. All of them are Yorubas. I'm not talking about north or south. No. All I'm saying is Section 14.3 is clear, and it says that the appointments into political positions or positions should be spread in such a way that no tribe. We remember, Tinubu show, do you know that we have 371 officially recognized tribes in Nigeria? And not Yoruba is not 2, Yoruba is 1, Igbo 1, Hausa 1. When you start talking about Hausa Fulani, number 1, I'm not a Hausa man. Number 2, I'm not a Fulani man. Number 3, I'm not even a Kanuri. That is majority in my state.
What tribe are you?
I'm from, my tribe is so small.
You're a minority of the minority?
Yes.
What tribe are you?
So a man, Waha. Yes. A man who qualified to be senator. And by God's grace, I became a senator. I'm a senator by God's grace. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
But the Constitution says that everybody should have a sense of belonging. And you know why I came out with this? Because I'm thinking that the president is not quite aware of this. It's not deliberate. So now that 2 years into it, and I'm happy, Sunday Dare said, this is not the end of the appointment. The appointment is continuous. So for now, it's loop-sided. There's no argument about it. But it can be corrected, and it should be corrected.
Is there an undercurrent within your party which you are voicing, or is this a personal observation that you are making?
No, it's a personal observation, as one, as a Nigerian, two, as a senator.
And you want the president to correct some of this?
Yes.
So I don't want to waste my time on them, but I want to stand my ground that I left because Tinubu is incapable, and I have been vindicated yesterday. Everything about Tinubu is about himself. When he wanted to contest, he said it's his turn. He wants to hold the knife that will cut the pie. It's not about the country. It's about him, his ego, his corruption. It's all about that. His control, his material control, and the psychological control of the people of this country, but particularly the people from the Southwest. I have heard him when we were in ACN saying that when he sleeps, the Southwest sleeps, and when he wakes up, the Southwest wakes up. That is his mentality. It's like an emperor mentality, which is very wrong. However, to be very, very serious, when he begged me, and Falake begged me to go into the campaign council, I rejected. They know that. I didn't want to go into the campaign council, but they begged me. Tinubu, it's still ringing in my ear. In the name of Allah, Hajia, in the name of Allah, accept this appointment. I said, sir, I will not accept the appointment until you tell me what you have for us up north. He invited me to London. I went to London. I sat with him for 2 hours. Most of the time he was sleeping. I asked him what he had for us up north, because we have extremely serious security problems. He told me that he didn't have anything. I said, sir, you mean that you want to be president and you don't even have a blueprint? He said he doesn't have a blueprint. He doesn't have a blueprint according to him, because if I have a blueprint, I'm quoting him now, then I might be killed, and because I'll be stepping on too many toes. I said, sir, in that position that you are looking for, you don't think of death. You don't think of assassination. Anyway, that is gone. But I've been vindicated yesterday. Nigerians have been suffering for over a year for lack of fuel. And more Nigerians are going to suffer and are already suffering for the fact that they give a very short notice and make the new notes unavailable. So Nigeria now will have to resort to trade by barter. Tinubu did not say anything. All he's thinking of is the bullion van that has been made available for him to buy votes. I've been vindicated, alhamdulillah.
I think what we want to say about our president, Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief, GCORN of Nigeria. Mr. President, why is all your SA resigning? Your first spokesperson resigned. Then the other SA again, of the same SA again, resigned. So from the north and south. The reason is goes this way. If you are not a Yoruba man, they give you SA to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You are just like, is me. Go no. You send me to take SA for this presidency. It's better I look for a way I will get a POS, continue operating. In the morning I know I will get something to go and eat. Otherwise, hungry will kill you. As long as you cannot speak Yoruba, hungry will kill you. This government is Yorubalism. I've said I don't fear to arrest, I don't fear to die. To hell with it all. All is nothing to me as a retired military officer. There's no way we will just quiet. Somebody will hold us for neck and we cannot shout. You don't see when somebody get accident, you cannot shout God. When you have the accident, even in the aircraft, the first thing that will come with you is God. When you fall into the water, you don't know how to swim. Even if you don't know how to call him, you call Habu. That is the name. You must call him. So the point I am making is that, Mr. President, this Yorubalism government you are making, it will cause a wound seriously to the Southerners. If somebody is coming to contest as a Yoruba, South may not vote, East may not vote, and not already we are withdraw line. We are not voting you 2027. Anyone who is confusing you, all those ones who are with you, they cannot bring their word. They cannot bring their word. Most of them, they contest for primary, they lost. Some of them don't even have one vote in primary. Is it the people that will bring you? Some are sitting governor, they win them. So I don't think they will. They are deceiving you, saying you will get votes from the vote. You cannot get any votes from the North, Mr. President, because we understand your government is only for Yoruba. Vice President, they vote you with him. Office of Vice President Emon is receiving 30 million. Office of First Lady is receiving 1.5 billion. We don't know how much is receiving as a Commander-in-Chief. Because Che is the second in command, whether you like it or not, and we said it, we don't care about it. It's small, but that is how it is. How the time he is patrolling, giving rice, how many million does he get before he go there? Why must he distribute rice on a plate as if you are a beggar? All this rice you give to national, you give to everybody, just you give different most to share rice. That one can never help, sir. You are only helping people. 5 macaroni, 6 this thing. What is rice? 2 mood, 3 mood. That one is just nothing. You are just, it is part of our money. You say you remove fuel subsidy. Where is the money of the fuel subsidy? How much is it? How much do you save from that time to date? You are still borrowing money. You borrow 180 trillion. 180 trillion, I repeat. And you remove fuel subsidy. So what is the need of removing fuel subsidy? Jonathan is fuel subsidy. He leave 12 trillion. President Buhari leave 77 trillion and is fuel subsidy. Poor man is moving, and you go to street anywhere you see poor man moving up and down just to find food to eat. Mr. President, this government is the worst government that we have ever seen in life, and we cannot continue like this, Mr. President. What we decide now is you continue to do a job, but we will vote you out 2027 before 12 o'clock, Mr. President. You will go back to Lagos, so that all the appointment you give, we will flog them out immediately. Immediately they go, when they are swearing in from Eagle Square, will tell the Mr. President, say, all those appointments given by Mr. President Bola Ahmed to drop them from now. Because this is not a Yoruba government. It is not only a Yoruba voting, Mr. President. You show us what we are and what we can do. We appreciate what you do. Thank you very much. But next time, any other person come, we will know what to do.
We've had people sit where you're sitting from the North, the Northern League, different people from the North who express dissatisfaction with President Tinubu, particularly over appointments. What is your position on that?
I agree with them. I think that President Tinubu's appointments are quite imbalanced. But unlike others that think, oh, the appointments are skewed towards Southwest, no. Please, don't blame the Southwest for what one individual is doing. Okay? As a Northerner, and someone that lived half of his life under military rule, we have suffered that. the military takes power, they do things, the head of state is a northerner, he messes up, every northerner is blamed. No. Yorubas are very honorable people. Okay? But there's a difference even in Yoruba land between an Omoluabi, okay, who is the ideal Yoruba person with morals and character, and an area boy. Okay, so I want people to stop saying it's Southwest. Look, President Tinubu is appointing his own boys, not because they are Yoruba, but because they are his own boys, and most of the appointments do not even reasonably cover the Southwest. Okay, so people should stop confusing the two. The appointments are not balanced. Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Right.
You cannot argue that. But it's not a Yoruba thing. Please don't punish the Yorubas as you have been punishing Northerners for the sins of the military. Okay? Let's focus on individuals and hold them accountable. President Tinubu needs to do something about that. It's still not too late. He can correct it. But there is palpable anger in the north, and all the people around him, all those telling him that everything is quiet, they cannot go to the north and say vote for APC or vote for Tinubu today. But it's 2 years to the elections. It's not too late to correct things. And he knows I have passed this message through many of those close to him. I hope they have the guts to tell him.
Right.